Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yo. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully my voice is a lot better than it was yesterday. And yeah. So I listened to myself on yesterday's recording and the mic just cannot come through. So what I've done is I got the mic like at 2,000%. Like 100 wasn't doing it. I'm not really a loudspeaker unless I'm arguing about sports. So yeah. It is now 8:52, and I think we had news this morning. Let me just get set up here. I gotta find a way to add some background music because you guys are gonna be bored watching me. I'll be fine because I'd rather no music sometimes, or if I do, I have it in my ear, but it's not gonna come through clearly. So yeah. So this morning we have Wednesday. We had ADP non-farm employment change. We had unemployment claims. One of the FOMC members spoke. Then we have 10:30. Now 2 p.m. Usually, and I'm gonna try my best at, maybe as I grow a following, I'll just do it anyways, right? In the FOMC minutes, I'm not afraid to trade on this day. I know most people or more smart money traders will either avoid that day or they say newbies, right? Or will avoid it on Tuesday, because typically Mondays they'll say it is the best day to trade. And yesterday was a great day to trade. I went back and we'll discuss that in a second. But if it was interest rate announcements, not just meeting minutes, I would probably be much more reluctant to trade. Yeah. So yesterday, my execution was perfect in terms of selling, where to sell. I execute on micros, but same thing. I sold right here, had my stop loss there, and it was perfect. But I did not hold it because I'm growing my account. I didn't even break below this low, and this was my target. So you can say that I should have had more balls. I should have trusted, whatever. But I was patient enough to go ahead and execute a setup that I trusted. Here's what I would say, right? And I know I don't have to explain nothing to you guys, but I definitely want to take the time. If any relatively new person is watching this, something that I would want them to know, right? You're growing an account, and this is for the trader who has a 9 to 5 or has some kind of part-time job or something like that, but trying to definitely find time to trade and making the most of their time. I really, and I'm talking to myself still, but it got to be able to be content. In most cases, even with micros, you're going to make more money trading than anything else. And if you can just be consistent and avoid losses, then you're fine. Now, it's not to say that to be scared of losses completely, but be content. What I made yesterday, most people are not making that in a day. In 8 hours of work, hard labor. And although that video is about an hour and something long, unless you're a lawyer or something like that, or a doctor, but even then, if I held the trade completely, I'd be making more than them too. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to make more than them all year long, although that would be the goal. That would be nice. It's more so of be content. Unless you're getting paid like 5 stacks a day, $5,000 a day, if you make a couple $100, be okay with that. Be okay with that. If you're averaging that daily, right? If you're averaging that daily, then let's do that math. How many business days in a year? About 250. And if we did it's not coming up, but I have another. Well, I have a calculator, but I wouldn't be able to bring it to the screen, but let's make sure I don't have no issues. So 250 times 200 is 50K a year. An extra 50K a year. Can you use that? Alright, I'm not here to give no motivational speech. Like, that's not what this is for. But I just pressed upon my heart to just be reminded to be content. Alright. Alright. Let's see here. We're getting better, everybody. 1% day. You notice, like, I got these little logos on the bottom for the YouTube, IG, and the Twitter. I gotta put one for the TikTok, but it didn't look like there was much room, and so I didn't want to anyways. I'm not posting on my TikTok as much right now. Alright, like I say, I always analyze in Q, and at this stage of the game I am executing though on micros. Okay, try to grow this account as much as possible. Run away with me, baby. Wonder what should I jam to today. Run away as fast as you can. Alright. Alright, just like yesterday, I am bearish. Okay. Now, in a perfect world, you had retracement here about 70%. Well, this was about 79% retracement. This was about 79% retracement. A little about 70, 79. All right. This here was 79% retracement exactly. Alright, I wanted it around here on Monday, but I caught L's, but luckily it was trading demo. But we came back up here for continuation. Not to say I was looking at 79% here, but came back there. And so now the question is, where will it retrace to today if we are continuing bearish? I have this as an area of interest, but also realize that it does not have to come all the way up here to retrace 70%. We can go to 62, we can go to 70. 70 would be great, but typically I like above 50%. But what I've realized is that we have an INWOG new week opening gap here, and once we get below it, we can continue trending. So we have some, let's see, relative, yeah, we got some relative equal highs here. We don't have to take, but I would prefer that we at least take the equal highs before continuing lower, but we don't have to. This looks like a sell setup here, but I do not trust this. I do not trust setups that are not in the kill zone. So otherwise I would probably be in this sell, right? Because I'm pretty sure you have people who see this as a break and retest or bearish breaker on the 15-minute. Listen, and it might work out, don't get me wrong, it might work out, it might actually sell, but I am willing to wait, or better yet, even miss out on a move. Okay, it is 9:05. And we're going to have around, if price opens below this at 9:30, it'll be a slight gap down. We can go up here and then come back down. We can just take out the equal highs, excuse me, and then reverse, or it can continue lower from here. And so the best thing is to not necessarily overanalyze, but be patient and wait. I'm talking to myself here, okay? The goal would be to be patient, wait for a setup that you trust. Now, as much as I am bearish, I also have these equal lows below, so price can easily come down here and have a buy setup right? You take out some equal lows, cause a retracement, have some buy setups. But just because we grab the equal lows and then price gravitates towards it does not mean that it's going to automatically reverse, because it could just come down here, act like it's going to reverse, and then continue lower, right? So it's good to be patient, see what the market gives you, right? I cannot predict the market, but I can decide to have areas of interest rather than focus on I have a bias, but you don't have to marry a bias, I guess is what I'm saying. So what I would do is focus and see what the market gives me. I think too often, and I'm talking about me when I say too often, oftentimes when I'm generalizing, I'm really talking to myself. And I don't want to ramble too much, but basically, yeah, man, look at what the market gives you. The market can give you clean buy setups in a bearish market, and the market can give you clean bearish setups even in a bullish market. So just got to be flexible. I find it better personally if I try to play it out in my mind, what I want to happen, where I want it to happen, and then try to be patient to see. And then the way to not marry a bias, for me at least, is to say, like, convince yourself on the other side. So if I have a bearish bias and I want a bearish setup, of course, what would make me change it to bullish? Ask yourself that question, and then, because oftentimes you see a bullish setup, but because you have a bearish bias, you just kind of just stick with it. And so it's just something to think about. You know what I mean? Wait for the bearish setup, but what would invalidate? That's the word I'm looking for. What would invalidate your trade idea? And then go from there. Alright, so I think my micro is mirrored now. Now below here, because we're relatively in a new contract, I may not have areas of interest well below this, to be honest with you, but these are all potential targets. I do think we get lower eventually. Price is just working its way. Let's get to the micros. All right. And let's see what the market gives us, if it gives us anything. Alright, hopefully we get, I think I'm going to be proud of myself after this video, whether I take a trade or not, simply because I think the sound should be better, number one. And I also think and hope, and also this just looked better. It looked more professional, right? It's really just 3 little pictures on the bottom. I would like to have vector files where this can be a little transparent so you don't see that little white, but with it being on the bottom, it's not that big of a deal, and I'm actually okay with it, right? If I can get it to flash, but probably not. C rose cap, man. I think I got something unique here. I've coined it. I have copyrighted C rose cap. So yeah, but yesterday was a great day nonetheless. Okay. As I grow my account, I'll be able to hold trades This is the part they never see with these projections. Alright. So yeah, but that'll come later on in the year. Alright, I'm not too worried about catching mega moves in January. Alright, get your slice of the pie, call it a day. Call it a day. Make sure I'll save this. Alright, 9:13. Just log in and be focused. Run away with me, baby. Let's see here. Oh. I don't know where my cloth is. Alright, I might have to do no glasses today. Time to jam to something. I was listening to Sexy Red yesterday. I was originally listening to Kanye, and then I said, man, let's switch it up. So I was listening to Sexy Red yesterday. Listen, maybe in the future I can have multiple mic feeds, or be able to set it up where other people can come in. Not to trade live. I'm not a live trader, but I'll go on somebody else's channel maybe, but yeah, on this channel not. But to at least record, I probably won't mind doing that, but I gotta figure it out. You know, we grow and we learn. What should I have in my ear today? Probably listening to some Burna Boy. Bundle by bundle.
When it comes to class, I beat it.
please don't mess up my stream. If that messes with the recording, man, editing that out is gonna be tough. Alright, it's in my ear now. I don't think those couple of seconds do anything since it was just drums, but yeah. Should probably look up a YouTube mix or something. 9:20.
Joe Budden missed some episodes of the podcast, as you know, from his own mouth. I'm not saying anything that Joe hasn't said. Joe was sleepwalking and got into some trouble while sleepwalking. He inadvertently walked out of his home and to the home of a neighbor. It was everything that I understand about him. It was an accident. It was unintentional and unavoidable, to the extent that, again, if you have a sleepwalking issue, you can't control what you do. But more recently, in the last couple of days, he was actually charged with lewdness. And the Edgewater Police Department last Monday, December 30th, issued a press release saying that a neighbor reported seeing him, quote, completely naked in the hallway. I don't want to get into the details of the case, but what I do want to point out is how the government, how the police department, how the city has handled this. The press release that they put out, it was excessive. It was unnecessary. And it was missing important details. At the time of the press release, he hadn't been arrested. They didn't mention that he had a well-documented medical condition known as sleepwalking. I mean, you don't have to believe me, although I've known about a sleepwalking issue for a long time. You can also look at old tweets and old posts and old conversations. He talks about this. So it's important to understand that, and the press release didn't seem to do that. They almost framed him as some kind of pervert or some kind of sicko, and he's not. He's somebody with a sleep disorder. Or, I'm not a doctor. I won't call it sleep disorder, but whatever the medical condition is that causes sleepwalking, that's what he has. And of course, his attorney issued a statement saying that the department's press release was, quote, inflammatory and slanderous. And it forces them to wonder if there is a racial dimension to this. There is a racial slanderous. Department's press release was, quote, inflammatory and slanderous. And it forces them to wonder if there is a racial dimension to this. I think it's a fair question. If I'm a white person and I have a known medical condition that causes me to sleepwalk and I end up at somebody's door, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to me. It's
Alright, 5 minutes before market open.
A Grammy Award-winning rapper accused of orchestrating a murder-for-hire plot to kill another rapper in retaliation for his longtime friend's murder gets another setback in his case. Dirk Banks, better known by his stage name Lil Durk, has been behind bars since October, accused of being the mastermind behind a plot to kill Georgia rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Bowman. Quando Rondo, along with his sister and cousin, were ambushed and shot at in Los Angeles, California in August of 2022. While Quando Rondo and his sister survived the attack, his cousin was murdered in the hail of gunfire. But that case goes back further than that, as prosecutors say it all
in the future,
2020 shooting that
well, let me not say in the future,
was also the close
but
friend
although I'll be on the charts most of
According to
the
Lil Durk's
time, I
federal
want to be
indictment,
consistent
prosecutors
being
say
on the
November
charts.
6th of 2020,
If
who was a high-ranking member
later
of
on in the
Durk's
year,
family
if I
or
catch
JF
this
and
entire
friend of
move
Lil Durk got into a fight with
on a
another
week like
person
this,
identified in the indictment as TB. The
yo,
indictment says an associate
I'm
ex
probably not
pulled out a
trading the
gun
rest of
and
the
shot
week.
DB multiple times, killing him. Now the indictment
Right.
doesn't have the full names of
Like,
TB or
this is
DB,
probably
but
6
the
stacks
circumstances
on the
matched
minis.
November 6, 2020
I'm not
shooting
trading the
death
rest of the week.
King Von, whose real name is Devon Bennett. And of course,
But
we know Quando Rondo
small or not,
Bowman. So where does
I
Lil
just
Durk
want
come into
some
play?
consistency
Well,
show up on the
federal
charts.
prosecutors say
If I
after
take
King
no
Von's
trades, I
murder,
just
Lil
take
Durk
no
wanted
trades.
revenge. According to the indictment, Banks made clear in coded language that he would pay a bounty to anyone who took part in killing Quando Rondo for his role in King Von's murder. That all came to a head nearly 2 years later on August 18th of 2022, when Banks, his alleged co-conspirators, and co-defendants tracked down Quando Rondo to Los Angeles. The indictment names Banks' co-defendants as Kevon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones.
This was me, struggling to keep up with posting consistently on YouTube and getting less views than normal, until I found Spotter Studio. Spotter Studio is an AI software built to help YouTubers come up with
David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Prosecutors say on August 18th of 2022, after the men learned where Quando Rondo was in LA, at the direct August Wilson, Keith Jones, his co-defendants as Kevon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Prosecutors say on August 18th of 2022, after the men learned where Quando Rondo was in LA, at the direction of Lil Durk, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and another co-conspirator traveled from Chicago to Los Angeles to murder Quando Rondo. Meanwhile, Lil Durk and Kevon Grant traveled on a private jet from Miami to LA allegedly to help coordinate the murder. That same day, Banks allegedly texted co-conspirator 3, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." But the feds say that same co-conspirator purchased the plane tickets using an OTF credit card. The unnamed co-conspirator 3 also allegedly confirmed to DeAndre Wilson in text that Wilson, Jones, and Lindsay had the same airline ticket confirmation. And Wilson messaged a friend on Instagram saying, "On my way to LA." From there, Kevon Grant allegedly purchased 4 black ski masks from a sporting goods store, but used cash to pay. But seemingly messed up when he allegedly used another OTF credit card to rent a hotel for the co-conspirators. Prosecutors say after Grant met with the co-conspirators, he gave Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and another unnamed co-conspirator firearms, including a firearm that was modified to operate as a machine gun. From there, Grant allegedly provided 2 cars for himself, Lindsay, Wilson, Jones, Houston, and another co-conspirator to find and kill Quando Rondo. The following day, using a BMW and Infiniti allegedly rented by Grant, the men tracked down Quando Rondo first to a marijuana dispensary, then to a clothing store. But it would be an LA gas station that would be the site of the deadly crime. According to the indictment, Asa Houston drove the Infiniti to an alley behind the Beverly gas station, then parked the car so Jones, Lindsay, and unnamed co-conspirator 2 could attempt to murder Quando Rondo. Prosecutors say the men shot at Quando Rondo's car, but ended up killing his cousin, who was standing next to Quando's car. Then the men fled and went to a local burger joint to discuss payment. The same day Quando's cousin was killed, prosecutors say an OTF credit card was used to purchase plane tickets from San Diego back to Chicago for Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and co-conspirator 2. Fast forward to October of 2024, prosecutors say Lil Durk allegedly tried to flee the United States and booked plane tickets to several different countries, including Italy, Switzerland, and Dubai, but didn't board the plane for any of the flights. Instead, he was arrested near Miami International Airport. And even though Lil Durk isn't accused of pulling the trigger, he faces the same charges as the other men, including 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms in a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death, all of which he pleaded not guilty to. Surprisingly, his trial was slated for January 7th, just 3 months after his arrest, but that date was pushed back to October 14th of this year. It all comes weeks after an unsealed affidavit filed by an FBI agent alleged Lil Durk was involved in another murder for hire plot. That affidavit reportedly cites texts and social media posts from 2 people discussing the payment from Lil Durk for the 2022 murder of 20 people.
Alright, it is market
He
open.
was alleged to be a gangster disciple.
Let's lock in. Alright, so we got bullish order flow so far. just think the order flow on the smaller time frame is bullish right now. Think we're about to go up. Nah, be patient. 10:42. What time is that new? 10:30. I think we go back up now. Took out these equals, that's our liquidity. Alright, let's get this a shot. Buy. So these equal highs. And I want to see us. I want to see price not come back down here. Basically, this holds. This one I would not sit there and hold. Like, I don't want us coming back down here at all. I'm here to protect myself. And I know I'm on a 1 minute. I want to grab people trying to sell. You have equal highs. Well, let's take out these highs. This one is not a high probability setup. And let's see. DXY is consolidating. ES looks like it wants to go down. But I think we should shoot up. But we could come back down. If it's a L, it's a L. Yeah, ES looks like it wants to definitely guide its way down. So this might be an L. Yeah, it looks like it's going strong down. Let's see. If this one gets back in profit, I'll close it because I'm not too at this point. But see, if it comes back up here now, it's more like it's all good. It's not an A plus setup, but it definitely is a setup that I'm looking at, and so I definitely want to be careful, right? It's not about bad risk, it's more so everybody wants to be right, you know what I mean? So I get it. I just think the draw on liquidity right now is to take out people who made all that money selling yesterday, you know? So, but if we keep consolidating, perhaps that is just not time to, yeah, it's just not high probability. Honestly, I should have closed it, and that was my opportunity. So if this ends up being an L, I'm gonna regret holding it, probably. We took out equal side, but there wasn't a placement. You know what? Let it rock, man. If it's a L, it's a L. We have it'll just be a lesson learned, because we have news at what, 10 o'clock, 10:30. So price could be stalling until 10:30, right? Theoretically. Look at that. 9:49. Now if you come back down now, bro, that would be crazy. But market has definitely done worse, right? I said I'm growing a small account, so this could be suffice up here, to be honest with you. Consistency is what I want more than anything. Consistency, right? Just grab these highs and not get out, or move the break even. coming down again. What is DXY doing? Yeah. About to kill people who tried to buy this dip. Oh yeah. Lesson learned. It's all good. But you know what? You see it in real time. You see it in real time. Alright, it's a L. Somebody said, yo, you hold on to losers longer than you hold on to winners, right? Happens to the best of us, man. I'm not gonna take shorts now. I still think it's gonna go up, but probably just wasn't the best time to take that setup. I want to buy it again, but oh shoot, I left my dog outside. Hold on. Is she inside? I left them outside. Alright, thank you. Alright, I'm back. I left my dog outside. Alright, price is definitely just seeking destroying until news maybe, but definitely, am I gonna wish I bought again? Maybe, but as I mentioned yesterday, being wrong twice is something you don't want to do, right? But then it could be 2 or 3 times, so I want to display discipline for sure and hopefully get another opportunity. Was my stop loss too tight? I should have just waited for something better. I'm not mad at my stop loss. I could have got out here when I was second guessing it. The market always gives you an opportunity. Well, not always, but most of the time, you get those opportunities on when not to take a trade, right? And so definitely I could have gotten out when I was thinking about it here, after all of this, or at least move the break even, you know what I mean? But I think the perfect world, my stop loss would be here, but I didn't want to hold all that, so I think we're consolidating before continuing on a small time frame, but price could consolidate and continue lower from and use the news as a catalyst from yesterday, right? So alright, well, there goes the buys. I just don't like those equal highs being 6 a.m. Alright, so I was right about price going up, but I got stopped out, and that's okay. This is the where I was trying to get out, because when it came up here, I was like, yo, at least take this out. At least take this out, right? So what I should have did yesterday on that sell side trade, where I should have at least held to that sell, right? But now you see exactly why I closed out yesterday, because sometimes it can get close to there and then come back, but yesterday was definitely much cleaner too, so that was on me. Is this a buy right here? Nah. See that buy that I took? It didn't matter if I had my stop loss here or here. I would have been stopped out. So This is just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. News in 20 minutes. It's 10:10. See? So we got a little bit of SMT here. But I don't trust it. See this SMT here, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a reversal though, so you know, it doesn't mean it's going to continue lower, but I'm just chilling. Consolidation, continuation. Question is, where are we going? Alright, so we're going to continue selling. This is the reversal. This just looks terrible. I mean, I'm not trying to glue a bias to the buy. I just don't trust anything right now. Don't fight the trend. Why am I not selling? This is not my setup. You know? And you see this whole thing as a big inversion. I guess that could be something, right? Like, yo, this inversion sells to continue the arc. But I'm just not confident in a move. I don't trust anything right now. Alright. You got more SMT. All right. Day traders are getting toe up enough, low up right now, but swingers are chilling. This could be a 5-minute setup. I just don't trust sales. I don't trust anything right now. This look more like a setup for another buy. Do I just keep buying? Do I just keep buying? You know? You got news and 10:30. This will confirm that order flow is still bearish. If it makes a new low here. Less than a minute. Do we get new lows at 10:30? Or do we go up? Sell stop. Let's see. Any signs are going down, I'm closing this B. We continue lower. This is my second attempt to go up. And I'm watching ES and all of that at the same time. I feel like if it does go bearish, it's gonna be violent. Not looking good. 5-minute. People wanna try to sell. Just be diligent. Let's just get above here. Let's just get above that. This would be my second loss if 1032, because we might just get new lows, right? But this would be my second time that a trade idea has not worked out. So that would mean that I am not in sync, is what that would mean. So just be diligent. I'm not gonna hold all the way down here, by the way. It's just if it flashes down, worst case scenario, you know. We had an SMT here that brought it down, and SMT here that's making this. It doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be a reversal, but it looks like, you know. And like I said, I mean, there's equal lows here and there's equal highs there, and I just don't like the equal highs at 6. And a retracement to yesterday would be nice, but it doesn't have to be, right? So, but I probably won't hold it as long as I did on that last trade where I was up here and then let it come all the way back down there. And like, I'm not gonna do that this time. So let's see, you know. But clearly price action is definitely violent. Not violent, but consolidating. Some would say seek and destroy, waiting until FOMC, but it's not funds rate, so I don't mind. Like, I'm not afraid to trade it, but I just don't want to get in a cycle of constantly trying out trade ideas that don't work. You know what I mean? So if I take another L, I'll probably chill out and just wait for the next session. I'll probably stay on here, this recording, you know, just for the discipline of showing up and tape reading, you know. But even in tape reading, it's just, you know, price action is clearly not pretty. Nothing is a high probability setup, and some will say maybe I shouldn't even be trading, you know. But you gotta show up every day. Well, you don't have to, but you get my drift, you know. This is all just consolidating bad, but more signs point to bullish. I mean, looking at reversals, happens around 2.5 standard deviations. We could come lower. We really could. But market makers hate sellers. You know. Alright, don't be greedy. Definitely don't let this come all the way back down at this point. Don't be greedy. Alright, let's see if this can rock. Alright, so the loss is recovered. And some. So now it's a profitable day, but it should have just kept going. It's not easy. Did I let my last loss affect my present trade? Or was it wisdom just to recover my loss and then wait for something else, you know? Be wise. There's always another opportunity. So now I recover my loss and I'm up for the day. Price is just being a magnet around this market open gap, this first market open gap. Clean this up. Trying to see if these sell. No, ain't no point in me putting that in the chat. Focus. Be patient. Lock in. This could just be OTE retracement after this SMT. Look like I made a good decision to get out. I want to see if this holds. If this is continuation shorts, which it looked like it is, then yeah, 6180. This will be 4 standard deviations. Put that in there from today's high. When did I ever use that color? Never. You know what? We'll make it green. The market hates sellers. They don't like shorters making money. Let me tell you, as much as I'm looking at price action, it's days like this that I would have hate to be trading live, looking at a chat with multiple people in my ear. You know what I mean? Like, I would have hated that. Throwing me off. I'm in a small group chat with just my friends and who also trade. We all smart money, but we all have different styles. We all see different things. One of them is a charter member. And so, yeah, man, it's just, hey, man, trade your setup. Have your risk. You know what I mean? Over leveraging has set a lot of people back. I see this as an order block, you know. I'm glad I didn't make the same mistake twice. You know. Common profit, something unsure, took a L. You know, took that L. Then came back up here, back to market open. Well, market open gap after SMT. Had it set up, you know, recovered my L and some. Had I held, would it be up here? Maybe, but I'm okay with it. Keep in mind, I have a bearish bias too, right? Overall bias, that is, on a higher time frame. I just see the drawn liquidity. I just don't like those 6 a.m. highs, man. You know, it happens sometimes, but I just hate 6 a.m. highs. It would have been the same if it was 6 a.m. lows. You know. But. Now let's watch this order flow. If the bearishness is real, we should not come all the way down here. If the bullishness is real, it should not come all the way down here. It should pop up from here. You know. If the bullishness is real, which it looks like it is. What we got on the 5 minutes? Ooh, 5 minute looking bullish. Look like we want some of that side. It is really ugly though, right? the 2 standard deviation reversal, man, gotta be going up, right? What about right now? Impulse is telling me buy. You know, wisdom is telling me chill. You know, I think the main difference too is like not relying on this to pay bills. I'm going to talk about it on my podcast, man. I'm probably on the next one. I do have a podcast that is being released, you know, for intro, you know, just the first one of the year, but I will be talking about it though. I will be talking about it. You know, trading while you're in debt. You know, when it's hanging over your head and you need that money, you know, you start over leveraging, start doing things that, you know, you don't need to be doing. You know, it's hard to trade. I'm not going to say don't trade objectively, but you start taking more of the low probability setups, right? Like, and there's nothing wrong with taking low probability setups if, you know, you just seen it experience, but over leveraging on a low probability setup, like, you know, I just took 2 micros on both of those trades, right? Like, imagine I was taking 10 micros, or which is 1 mini, you know, on this account, or I decided to take 3 or 4 minis. You know, that 1 L would have hurt. Shoot, you think I'm second guessing taking trades now? You know, I probably would have never took the second one. You know, but that small L, you know, yeah, you get my drift. Now, if we're bullish, this should hold, right? Ideally. The bullishness is real. It is now 11. Yeah, market. Let's see. Today look like it's just not the day.
Want to simplify entry into the federal market? Then review the free practical guide to getting started.
Yeah, man. Good day. Pretty much I oh, this is super nice. Good? Remember me? Kinda ish. Alright. Me come here with my girlfriend and me little dog. There's a lady. You know what lady, financial advisor, girl. Transport, put up on more lines. Touch back up this road we are going to do, see? No joke, no doubt. Half a tree, half a people make them. Yeah, massive. So, we'll make us stroll. Come down. Yeah, man. A little bit. Tire shop with heritage. I think I saw the plaza. Look, see what I'm going to I see that. God. Whoa, yo. No, sir. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. No joke. I never know about a story, man. And you said Daddy then come by. Yeah. Yeah, this night.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you what certain those.
Alright, that is it.
What mean all this?
Nice lady, that's what. I don't like walk when I walk. See him, yeah, that.
This is my favorite tuning plugin for vocals. Here's why.
If you're so in love, then why?
You walk by, Jamaica walk by, yeah. See him, yeah man, you real man, we not cut man, I see him. The line right now. Go on, I stop.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? I'm not that. Then I Jamaican turn big money, man. We know how to flex and
That's all I give me.
yes, man.
That's how we have to pay it. People even walk with the back down. Now what? Need him here and that is it.
Hello.
Look good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Look, we just scroll through. Yeah, man. Outside. Yesterday. Yeah. So on this my take out. Mad. God, we're going on the rain, man. Oh, yeah.
Look at that. People who bought it took out that. Man. Took out that low. Actually, leave it. Definitely OBS over Canva now. You know, not just screen record, but like a setup. You know, follow me at C Rose Cap. Oh man. It doesn't matter what side of the market you're on. You know, market, I mean, usually I see this much consolidation on sales, you know, but the market is not friendly today. Just not a high probability day, really, you know, being honest. But I am here. Alright, if we're bullish like I think, then this should become an inversion, and this should support. Ideally that is, but as many people try to sell here, it's gonna bounce and go up. But who knows? Become one with the algo. I'll look up later, but I want to start commenting on where's my community chat, you know. Low-key wanna buy. I low-key wanna buy, man. If I was to buy right now, it's not worth the risk. Just not worth the risk. If this was my first trade, I probably would have held on through all of this. Maybe not. I'd like to think so. There's gaps everywhere. Not every gap is equal, you know. Market makers, you win, man. You win. And this is why I trade margin trading. If I was trading options, oh my goodness, options are getting burned throughout all this morning. This is 8:30, and then this is market open. Agreed that we've been Jesus. Don't matter if you trade micros. If you trade micros, what is it, 950 to 1010? If you trade micros, 950 to 1010, 950, sell side liquidity, you probably would have bought this gap, trying to go higher, or take out these equal highs. You'd have been trying to sell one of these gaps. Just, I don't know, that's why I don't trade micros, but I'm aware of it, you know. I just don't trade them, you know. It's just not my setup. But I do understand too that you have to understand narrative, because you know, you can try to trade micros and say, oh man, they just don't work, but if you don't have the right narrative, it wouldn't work anyways, right? But that's most setups, right? Narrative and time is important. So I was willing to take this, and my setup, my personal setup, more than anything, often my setup more than anything works the majority of the time. So that's why I like my personal setup. Don't worry, I'm taking my trades. Yesterday I took mine and didn't hold it long enough. I was like, damn. You know? But it's all good. That's when I definitely, yesterday was beautiful. And you know what happens? Everyone who missed out, this is how I think, right? I always think of narrative. People who missed out on this sale yesterday, they're probably trying to jump on board. They're trying to jump on board, but they're getting killed if they're day trading. You know, people who swingers, they're chilling. They're not worried about this. You know what I mean? So Alright, 11:20. Yo. Yo, what's up? I'm still on the charts. Huh? I'm recording, but they can't hear you right now. Oh, let me hit you up after then. Alright. So just in case somebody did watch this entire stream, because I'm probably going to be closing it soon now. It's 11, almost 11:30, and I have not gotten remotely anything that looks like it's going to be a clean setup. You know, especially if we come below here, we're really just at seek and destroy at this point. Before FOMC. So what you had here is you had 8 a.m. Expansion higher, consolidate. All right, now this is the 1 minute time frame, so I'm looking at consolidation. Continuation is what I'm hoping for, just to take out these 6 a.m. highs. And what I'm hoping for, or was hoping for, is that this INWOG, right, while most buyers are trying to buy here, or most sellers, you know, maybe jam their stop loss here, or waiting for this to go lower, it never gets there before they take another sell. So I'm hoping for the INWOG to go ahead and come down, and maybe this happens during FOMC. I don't know, right? Most likely I won't be on the charge for it. I got to get to work. And so you have 830 price, relative equal lows that I saw this in real time, right? Relative equal lows here. Then you have let me make this clean. Is it me or my eyes? All right, relatively equal lows here. Make this a little thicker. All right, relative equal lows here. We have market open, and then we took sell side, and the setup that I saw here was cleaner on minis than this micro. So I saw this gap here as, okay, maybe we're reversing. So it was low probability. I mean, we didn't break structure, not to say that I'll wait for that, but it just wasn't a clean gap, right? But then you can take a look at the micros, and perhaps we came down one more time, but I wasn't confident, so I didn't take a look at this. I saw the SMT here that I noted with ES, and we came back down. I didn't look at this as a displacement, and I was still not taking sells unless I saw a displacement below here. But then I noticed that ES made new lows where NQ did not. And then I saw this setup, and so that was clean to me. To be honest with you, if this was my first trade, perhaps I would have either held the complete trade or took partials and hope for continuation higher. But because I took an L here, wisdom has told me to, hey man, it's okay to recover your losses and live for another day. I think ICT teaches if you can make half of your losses. So if you lose 200 and you make 100, that can be suffice. I ended up getting all my losses back and up, so I'm profitable for the day. It's still early in a year. I do not have to weather this storm, right? And I think in the past I definitely would have been either continuously trying to buy, getting stopped out. If I was doing a prop firm, oh my gosh, right? Because especially when you look at prop firm as, okay, I could just reset. I'm pretty sure that many people tried to buy here, keep buying, or keep selling. And especially on the 1 minute. When you're on the 1 minute, you see it all, right? So being patient and waiting for something that's clear to you and then taking it, that's what I did. So I took this buy after equal lows, meaning that I thought this was going to continuously hold, right? This expansion from 8 a.m. That did not, I didn't just re-enter. I wanted to wait for another setup if it was going to continue higher, right? I don't have to catch the exact bottom. And then this happens. Patiently, I waited for something that looked like clear, looked like it wanted to continue up. And especially, what I wanted here is for us to jam past, quickly get above market open gap. This gap here that's continuously been a magnet, right? And it did not blast through it, so I said, yo, wisdom, just recover, be good, otherwise I would have held on to this buy, maybe pyramid here or partial, bring my stop loss to break even. And I don't remember how low I got, but I probably would have been stopped out at break even or would have came near it, right? And then up here, I wanted to get up here, but it's 11:30 now. I typically trade until, or at least stay on the charts, record until about noon. I don't want this year to be, it's not to say that I'll never trade in the afternoons, but I've definitely been there on days where it's not easy and you're on the charts all day only to end up in an L, or it's not to say there's something wrong with taking an L, but multiple L's, 5, 6, 7 L's. And even if I kept getting stopped out at break even, it's like, damn, but especially with a brokerage account, you're paying commissions now, right? So it's not like the prop firm where you can just close and then be it. Like, you're paying commissions, on an AMP account, you don't see all your commissions usually until about the end of the day, when it goes through clearing and everything. So it's just something that, when you see people online constantly scalping 2, 10, 5, not 5, but maybe like 10, 20 trades that they took, they're paying hella commissions, so even if it does go up here at this point, I'm okay with missing out. It's 11:30, we have FOMC. So why did I take the buys right at the end of the day rather than look for sales? And it's really, really simple. See if I can post here. In a nutshell, I simply had more reasons for longs. Remember I talked about having to invalidate, right? I simply had more reasons for longs than I had for shorts. Let's see if I can. All right. So what do we have here? I should be able to move this, no problem. Okay. That's good. So I didn't like 6 a.m. equal highs, which it looked like price is going to. There was the 2 standard deviations reversal down here. Learned that from Fair Value Guide. Prices below midnight and 8:30 and midnight prices. Wanted that INWOG and the efficiency there. And I just don't think that it was going all the way here. I just wanted 21,500. The shorts, we are bearish on the daily time frame. We are definitely bearish on the daily time frame. Consolidation before continuation from yesterday's price action, and then there was news, right? And then we have the equal lows from January 3rd as well. So more reasons for longs than shorts. And those who bought the longs from here look like this was ultimately right. So it's the second day where I have been on side. On the second day that I've been profitable, trading from my areas of interest. So the discipline is definitely going to pay off in the long run, and that's what's most important. Honestly, that's honestly what's most important. Probably gonna go up from here. I'm just marking it up. Let's see, it is 11:40, so it's still before noon. I honestly could take this. This would be a good trade. This would be a good trade, actually. I'm gonna take this real quick. Alright. Just try to be careful. It's 11:40. Let's see. 5 minute. You don't have to necessarily wait. Alright. Let's see if we can get to those equal highs. Or yeah. I'm up for the day, so I'm not, you know, if it's not, it's not. If this doesn't work out, I'll still be up for the day. So I don't mind taking this risk right before we get back to these highs. We definitely got stop losses up here, right? We definitely have stop losses jammed right here that we should be going for, I think. Let's see. I want to blast through that, you know. Patrick William will call that a FU candle. You know, but if you don't get it, you don't get it. Yeah, immediate rebalance down here. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that. That looks good. Blast through it. Blast through it. Blast through it. People are gonna try to sell here. Stop losses. Blah 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 blah. Blast through it. Yeah. Here I was getting ready to end this stream. Alright, now I don't want us coming back down. We come back down, it's a wrap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so now that's no losses. Alright. Listen, that's a setup. We can easily just come back down, but even if it does, I'm up for the day. So now this is one I could kind of let rock. Boom. Man, grow this account, man. Oh yeah. Don't be greedy. Alright. Bye.